All right, let's get this baby open. Hello. Working on the boat, basically trying to prep this Javelin. We're taking our, well, we're not taking our time for any other reason, and we're still waiting on some parts. We're basically disassembling the items that we have on the boat that we're not going to be using any longer, such as the trolling motor and the electronics on this boat. They're kind of outdated, and we're gonna switch up to Humminbird Helix. I've used a Helix before and I've been pretty pleased with them, so I think I'm gonna stay with them. This has an older Lowrance system in it, pretty old though. We had another Lowrance system over here, and I can kind of show you what that was. This was the system that we had on the boat. This is all coming off. It is a Lowrance LCX-25C, and we're gonna let this go, and we're gonna put the Helix systems on there. I just like the way they work. And let's get back to taking some of those things off the boat. Again, this is a Javelin Renegade. It's kind of a rare boat. They were out there, but there's not too many of them out there, and very well built boat. So let's get some of the older technology off of it and update it with some new technology, and this boat's going to be badass, in my opinion. Maybe you don't like it, but this is what we're looking at. Okay, so we're going to be pulling this off. Kind of curious to see what it looks like under here. Will it be brand new like the boat, or will it be yellow before they detailed the boat? Let's see what we got. A little bit dirty, but not bad. Okay, this mounting bracket's not terrible. I may put a ram mat on here. This way we can bring it in a little bit closer. Be nice to get something in this area, but we have a lot of dashboard here. All right, well, that's off. Let's we got the wiring coming out here. This is all Lowrance wiring. I do like that it's got a little open port here, so let's open that up. So we got ourselves some magnetic cup here. Obviously there's not much to magnetize to, but the screws should stay with the cup, so that's basically what we're looking to do. Let's get the rest of this off, and then we can clean it up nice. Yeah, some nice plastic mounting hardware to cover up the hole. It's not super pretty, but it's functional. Now, how did they get that through there? Are you seeing the problem? That does not fit through the hole. All right, we're gonna have to get up and in there. Let's clean this up while we're here. I've been using just a all-purpose bleach cleaner, and it's really been whitening up the scuffed up areas nicely on this white bow of the white boat. So something to consider if you're cleaning something up. This white just kind of helps to get your whiters white. Get your whiters white. And I also been using a little bit of a magic eraser, and that's also been helping a bit. These magic erasers are great for boats. If you have stains and stuff, I mean, this will just wipe them out. And then what I'll do from here is I'll just put a little spray wax on here. Nothing special. I happen to like the turtle wax. I think it works nice. It gives me a nice shine. And then we'll take some microfiber and we'll just wipe that down and off of there. Okay, and up here we have a Lowrance GPS. So I'm kind of wondering if this boat didn't have a Lowrance trolling motor on it. Let's get that up. That's going to be a great place for our Minn Kota puck. So I'm going to assume that this is a Lowrance base. So our Minn Kota puck may not fit exactly the same here. So we're going to pop this off too. So we'll have to follow that through and see where the plug is on the bottom. This puck has been on here for some time, so I'm going to say that it was probably original to the boat. This boat, I don't think had a maximum. It's hard for me to say what it had on here, but it's going to be obsolete at one point. We're going to go ahead and switch over to Minn Kota and Humminbird. They work well together, so I like that too. Okay, ouch. So here we are, and we're looking at the wires coming down out of these holes. And here's our connection ports. Man, these are not coming out very easily. These have been in here for some time. I'm gonna say that these are probably original. Very, very tight. So this is a nice little connection. Although this is kind of nice for a Lowrance. So the thing I like about this is you probably can add multiple units on here, which is kind of nice. This is original stuff. All right, so I think a needle nose will keep me from really screwing things up here. Let's hope. There we go. But that's my power there, so I don't know if I want to disconnect that, because I kind of like that I know that that's a ground and that that's a power line. I'm almost thinking that maybe I might just leave that here for now, see if I can get those wires to come through. I don't know if they're going to come through together, but let's take a picture of it. All right, well, that came out easy enough. We were able to clip some of the wires and find out where they go for power for the next time. And this is the transom wire here. I may want to utilize this to feed my new transom out. So as I pull this out, I'll be pulling my new line in. Putting our rear transducer in, and it's been a tough spot. The problem is with the newer style Humminbird mounts, they look like this. There's just not enough mounting area. So I don't want that to drag in the water. I want that to be planed with the bottom of the boat. We want to try to keep that level. If you take your tip of your Phillips head screwdriver and you just run this on this a little bit, it'll keep from spider cracking. To get a little countersink on that. All right, so whenever I do anything that penetrates the boat, I always put a glob of silicone on it, no matter what. Even if I don't think it's going to be a big deal, I still put it in there. I just feel more comfortable with it. I think it's a safe thing to do. This has to be ready to roll. This needs space to go in. All right, so we're gonna have to take the unit off. Man, I just don't know. Okay, so this is gonna be difficult. There's no doubt about it. This is gonna be a tough one. You can barely, this is gonna be rough. I really don't have a ton of room here. So I had to disconnect the unit itself in order to kind of get in where we need to go here. We need 2 more hands. Can any of you please drop what you're doing and give me a hand? There we go. No, that's not in the hole. That's what she said. That needs to drop down a little bit. Now, I have had screws break in this fiberglass, and that is crazy. It's like I'm hitting something, and I think the screw might have bent. We're gonna change to a different screw. That's looking pretty good there. Got a couple more little cranks, fire shots. Okay. Now before I snap this down, we want to get a kind of a good idea of how things are looking, because once you snap that down, it's very, very difficult to pop back up. And I think we're going to be really good here. And you can see it's got a nice turn up. That's good too. You want that to kind of face away from the boat a little bit. So that will also allow the water to kind of come up instead of this thing just dragging through the water. All right, so we're just snugging this up with the trusty Allen key that Minn Kota has provided us. Thank you very much. It's wonderful. All right, and we can pull that off. Gloppy gloppy. Don't be afraid to put silicone on. It's only going to be your friend in the end. And hopefully there isn't an end, but you definitely want to make sure you have that on there. I like to put it on there sparingly. It could be a little straighter in my opinion, but that's not really allowing me to really get it any straighter. I'd like it to look like that, to be honest with you. Got the wire coming up, and we got to go through here, and then it's going into the body of our boat. And we got some plastic here to take off. It's always fun taking the plastic off. Makes you think, ooh, brandsy new. Brandsy new. As you can see here with the Helix 7, even with the network, I still have a gap here where I can come in and strap right down the middle. Like I said, if you don't feel like spending the money on buying new covers, then let them fly.